Alright everybody, today's project is rebuilding these rear Z1 two-piece rotors on my Infiniti Q50. As you can see, this one is trashed. This is from the last time that I went to the track, so I just want to get these rebuilt so I can go back, because that'll definitely fail tech. So, gonna get started by taking the brake pads out, caliper off, the bracket that holds the caliper on, and getting that rotor off on both sides, so I can start to rebuild these. Alright, starting by taking these brake pads out. It's pretty easy on this. Just gotta get these two slider pins out, 1 and 2. Just two little clips that hold it. I got my little pick, and just take them out. That's one. And try to get good view on there. This is 2. It'll come out. There we go. And that's 2. Alright, now the slider pin should come out. I'm going to push down right here on this tab, and then I'm going to push that with my finger as far as I can. And I'm going to do it with the other one as well. Alright. Then I'll just get like a Phillips head screwdriver and we'll work the rest of it out. And should be able to kind of wiggle it out, push that tab down, pull it out from the back. Kind of hard to do while I'm holding my phone, but let's see. Oh, there we go. Like that. Just one pin. I'm going to do the same thing here. Just push it with a screwdriver, Phillips head. And kind of try to work that out. There we go. And there's all the hardware. Got the two slider pins, the two clips that hold the slider pins in, and there we go. This is a little bracket, whatever you want to call it. Alright, so these pads are actually pretty new. I just slapped these on here after the track because I literally made the last pads go all the way down to nothing, not paying attention after my third run, which is why this rotor's trash. These Akebonos, they're pretty good, but if you're tracking them after like the third run, your pads are going to be pretty smoked in the rear anyway. Carter's pretty good in the front. Thought about upgrading these to the big brake kit, but maybe eventually. They're pretty expensive. Anyway, I'm just going to make sure that the caliper piston's all the way in, so when I go put the new pads in, although these are pretty new, I'm just going to swap them again anyway. I'm just going to kind of get it right by here with my flathead screwdriver and push up. Let's see if I can compress that in. Side. I'm just going to kind of push it towards the caliper piston just to compress it while these pads are already in, so I don't have to play around with the tool and get the caliper piston tool out. Do all that. I can just cheat and compress it back with the pads. I think that's good. Alright, and then I'm just going to pop these out just like that. Now I'm going to get this caliper off. Okay, to get the caliper off of the caliper bracket, it's two 19mm bolts. One right here, and we got one right there. So that one and this one. So my bolts were pretty tight, and this is my favorite trick in my book. I get a ratchet that I don't really care about. If the ratchet breaks, it breaks, oh well. And I get a pipe and I put it over the ratchet for leverage. And then crack it free. See if I can get this to break free. There we go. So, just a little tip if you're struggling to get them bolts out. Okay, got my caliper off. I just stuck it right up there for now. And I'm going to try to get this rotor off without damaging the centerpiece, because we'll be reusing that. This outer piece where the actual rotor is, don't care about, so I'll probably bang that with the hammer on the back. Alright, got the rotor off. Now it's time to rebuild this guy. Alright, so these are all 10 mils. I'm just going to get my gun, start taking them off. Alright, got them all out. I wouldn't panic if you do what I did, snapping the head of that bolt off, because in the rebuild kit they give you brand new everything. Alright, the next thing you're going to want to do is get a Phillips head or whatever you have that you can kind of get in to the center of these guys and bang them out with the hammer. Alright guys, so mine right now are pretty tight, so I haven't rebuilt these in a while, so I'm going to spray some of this knuckle loose in there, one of my favorite stuff, on each bolt hole, just like that. Alright, now I'm going to work on knocking each one out. It should come out easier for me. There we go. And that's the one that I was saying that I broke the bolt in, which you don't have to worry about because you get all new ones in the kit. So I'm just going to go around and knock each one out. And that's it. That's all there is to it. Now I'm just going to go around and dry off the excess knuckle loose that I put on there. It's nice and clean. You don't have to, but I'm just very particular. Then you want to make sure you put the same exact rotor on from the kit as you took off. Make sure you put it on the right side. You don't want to mix them up and put the wrong side on. And I'll show you what I mean. Alright, so here's how I know that this is the right rotor for the side that I took off. So I just took off the driver's side rear rotor. And unfortunately, Z1 didn't have drilled and slotted this time, so I just had to go with slotted. So I couldn't really determine the side by looking at the slots. I had to go by the inside of the rotor. As you can see, these match up, and this is the right direction. Like I said, you want to make sure you put the right rotor on the right side. You don't have the airflow going the wrong way. Otherwise, you're not going to have the right braking power, and it's just not going to brake right. But that's how I determined it on this side. Alright, so I'm starting to put the inserts in around the ring so we can put the new rotor on, just like that. put it in each hole. Sometimes they're a little tough to get in, just put them in a little bit. They'll go. Just like that. And then just do that for every hole. Okay, got all my inserts in. Now I'm going to put the rotor on, just like that. And now this part, I'm going to have to get the Loctite ready, which is E1 sends in the kit. It's this Loctite 271. And you want to put a little dab on each bolt and torque it down the spec. I'm getting ready to see what that torque specification is right now. Alright, so it's 96 inch-pounds is what you want to have your torque wrench set to. I got this off of Amazon. It's a little 1/4 inch torque wrench. They're not too expensive, but definitely need one for this job. Alright, so I got my new bolts. I'm just going to put a dab of Loctite at the end of it, just like that, and I'm going to do that for each one and start to put them in. Okay, so I got them all in right now, hand tight, and I'm going to start torquing them down. You want to make sure you go across from the one that you just did. Try to kind of remember the last one you did as well. Never tighten the bolt right next to the one that you just tightened. You always want to go across. Okay, so I just torqued them all down. Now, I'm just going to go around again, just to make sure I didn't miss any. Now it doesn't really matter if you carry the bolt right next to the one you did, because you're just double checking them. Really important not to over tighten these or under tighten these. You want to make sure you torque them. Also, in the instruction manuals, E1 recommends to wait 24 hours before driving the car and let the thread locker seal and dry, so that's what I'm going to do. We're all done. Also, I'm going to make sure to take some brake clean, just like as you would do with a new rotor. Spray around here, clean it off, and the other side, and that's it. Let's spray that down. To the other side. Alright, that's it guys. That's how you rebuild a two-piece rotor. Hope I was able to help someone out. Thanks for watching.